You know, I don't feel tired. You know, using other chainsaws, you get so much vibration, you tend to feel tired in the shoulders and elbows, and I don't have any of that with this. I want to cut more. I'm a little disappointed that I'm not going to have more work to do around the house. I need more trees in the yard. This has been my battery powered for years. I don't even know if that's worth going any further. That's a 15-minute job to make one 2-inch cut. Let's see the difference. Wow, oh my goodness. That's incredible. I just made a perfect, smooth, even cut in 12 seconds compared to me getting a half an inch in 20 seconds. And that cut is unbelievable too. That's unreal. I've never had a battery-powered chainsaw that could do that. Oh, wow. I've been using it for almost an hour and I still have half a battery left. The battery's compatible with my other Greenworks tools, which I'm in love with, so the fact that I can pick it up and put a battery in it from one of my other tools, I mean, that's why I like staying with one brand, because of the compatibility. And I really cannot absolutely believe that this is a battery-powered chainsaw. I've been using battery-powered for 7 years, and there's no way I would have been able to make these cuts. Yep, I'm impressed and happy. Thank you guys for allowing me to use this.
When operating your chainsaw, avoid all situations which you consider to be beyond your capability. If you still feel uncertain about operating procedures after watching these videos, please consult an expert before continuing. Also consider taking a chainsaw course through your local dealer or forestry school. And of course, read the owner's manual. Before you begin, make sure you are using the latest in chainsaw safety equipment. This includes a protective helmet with hearing protection or earplugs, protective goggles or a visor, gloves with saw protection, trousers with saw protection, boots with saw protection, steel toe cap, and non-slip soles. Always have a first aid kit, fire extinguisher, and shovel nearby. Every Husqvarna chainsaw is equipped with a chain brake that is designed to stop the chain should you encounter any kickback. The chain brake reduces the risk of accidents, but only you can prevent them. Take care when using your saw and make sure the kickback zone of the bar never touches any object. The chain brake can either be activated manually with your left hand or automatically by the inertia release mechanism. Kickback can be very sudden and violent. Most kickbacks are minor and may not always activate the chain brake. If this happens, you should hold the chainsaw firmly and not let go. Use the chain brake as a parking brake when moving over short distances in order to reduce the risk of a moving chain accidentally hitting your leg or anyone else's leg. The way the chain brake is activated depends on the force of the kickback and the position of the chainsaw in relation to the object that the kickback zone strikes. If you get a violent kickback while the kickback zone of the bar is farthest away from you, the brake is designed to be activated by the inertia in the kickback direction. If the kickback is less violent or the kickback zone of the bar is closer to you, the chain brake is designed to be activated manually by the movement of your left hand. Never refuel the machine while the engine is running or is hot from recent use, and always make sure your fueling area has plenty of ventilation. After fueling, move the machine at least 10 feet from the refueling point before starting it. Never start the machine if you have spilled fuel or chain oil on the machine. Wipe off spillage and allow remaining fuel to evaporate. Never start the machine if you have spilled fuel on yourself or your clothes.
Ethanol fuel, or ethyl alcohol, is an alcohol additive that is commonly used in nearly all gasoline in the United States. It's derived from renewable resources such as corn, sugarcane, and wheat. If you buy your gas at a gas station in the US, then more than likely what you're buying contains corn-based ethanol. This gas, composed of 90% gasoline and 10% ethanol, is sometimes referred to as E10. Nearly all gasoline sold in the United States contains ethanol, even if there's not a declaration of ethanol on the pump. E10 can be used in all current Husqvarna equipment. However, we recommend using at least 89 octane E10 gasoline, which is the mid-grade between regular and premium gasoline. Fuel that is labeled E15, E20, E85, and diesel fuel are not acceptable alternatives to E10 and will cause significant damage to outdoor power equipment. Look for an indicator at the gas pump to make sure you're making the right choice. Not all states require that the ethanol level be identified at the pump. In these circumstances, make sure you do your own research. Because today's gasoline contains ethanol and alcohol, it absorbs water if exposed to air. In many cases, the operator is unaware that their gasoline has become contaminated with water and unintentionally pours it into their unit. This is because your fuel mixture will separate into layers if it contains a high enough percentage of water. If you don't shake your mixture, you may unintentionally pour a damaging concentration of water into your unit. Always vigorously shake the fuel mixture immediately before pouring. Other ways to prevent accidental absorption of water into gasoline include purchasing only enough fuel to last about 30 days. This helps assure that you are always using fresh, uncontaminated gasoline. For two-stroke engines, only mix enough fuel that will be used within the next 30 days. In order to store the fuel with as little exposure to air as possible, avoid containers with vent caps. Look for containers that are airtight and that also provide tight seals around the cap. These are examples of good gasoline containers. Fuel stabilizers can be helpful in extending the life of the product while also defending against the absorption of moisture. For maximum benefit, fuel stabilizers should be added to your gasoline at the time of purchase. While using a stabilizer extends the life of the gas, a two-stroke gas-oil mixture with a fuel stabilizer should not be stored for more than 90 days. Using Husqvarna two-stroke oil will help reduce the risk of engine failure and poor engine performance by helping to prevent the fuel from becoming stale. Whether you are a professional landscaper or a homeowner, always keep the cap secure on your gas containers between jobs. Even exposing your gas to air for a short period of time will allow it to absorb detrimental amounts of water. Before storing your unit for the season, make sure you drain the fuel tank and run the unit until it's dry. Most units that were made in the last 5 years have components that are resistant to the effects of ethanol. However, older units should never be stored with fuel in them since the fuel lines could be affected by the ethanol found in today's gasoline. By taking the time to understand the issues surrounding today's gasoline,